US has also issued a warning to the Uganda government. And this time around, we are all sick and tired of mentioning the name Uganda, Uganda, which has to do with Museveni. Why? Why? Like, when it comes to Uganda right now, I don't know why they are putting the people's life at risk. Why? No one is at peace, especially when it comes to Bobby Wine and its cabinet. Why all this? Why all this? The thing is, when the US want to help you, they are one way or the other, they want something from you. They want to loot. So why can't we Africans solve our own issues amicably? Museveni, you lose, right? Just accept it and leave the seat for your opposition leader. Why all this? Why the threat? And the most annoying part is his son, the Muhoozi guy. Why? Because you are the chief in commander of the armed forces of Uganda, so everyone should be afraid of you. In your school of thought, have you been taught to be infringing on people's rights? Come out and answer us. Why should it be so? Because you want to take after your dad, right? So you are fueling his management. Is that the right way your dad should rule the country? And you are also threatening Bobby Wine. After some time, you deleted the post. You told people who are not watching, the world is watching. We have the screenshot of your post where you threatened Bobby Wine's life. Why should it be so? What at all is happening? Like, when it comes to Uganda, it's just boring to mention the name Uganda. Why? Because of the mismanagement of your dad's regime. Museveni, he's putting the lives of the Uganda citizens at risk. No one is at peace. Only one election and one leader supposed to be chosen, right? And your dad did not win. So why all this? What at all is wrong with you guys? Because you are the chief in commander, right? So you have the power to do everything. You want to protect your dad. So can you tell me your dad is managing the country very well? Can you tell us? Now how has Kiza also done? You have house arrested him also. Kiza's life is at risk. Bobby Wine just dropped a post on his Facebook page some 24 minutes ago that he said masked armed men just entered his house and beat his wife, his family members, and they have isolated his wife. At the moment, why are you doing this to them? Why all this? Like, no. I don't know who again should talk to these people. I don't know. Because we believe there is an organization called AU, right? So I don't know what they are doing about this. I don't really know what they are doing to this case right now. You are threatening the life of your own citizens. A leader rather is threatening its citizens. A leader is not putting the life of its citizens at risk. Someone who is supposed to lead, who is supposed to make its followers feel okay and better, you are now putting their lives at risk. The most annoying part is you, the Muhoozi guy. You are fueling your dad's mismanagement of the country because you are the chief in commander of the armed force. Oh my gosh. If I were to be you, my head would be in shame by now. Because I can't do this. I can't do this. If you have really been trained, you've gone through the right ways of being a chief in commander of the armed force, you don't misuse power. You don't misuse power at all because you have been taught to use the right procedures and go through the right ways and by doing things. That's how a chief in commander is supposed to rule. Yes, sir, you are doing nothing with your power. You are just misusing your power. You should bow your head in shame. Not that you are the chief in commander, so nobody have the right to talk. We got the right to talk about you, man. You aren't doing anything right. Why should you be fueling your dad's mismanagement? Is your dad doing the right thing to the people of Uganda? That's why they are resisting him. A leader is chosen, so if the people are not willing to be with you anymore, then you should know you are not doing the right thing. That's why everybody is against your management. That's why everybody is against your dad's regime. Because you want to take after your dad, so you are also fueling him. You are also supporting his management. You should be ashamed of yourself, man. What is that? A whole chief? You have gone through a whole lot of training, or you were not trained, you were just put in position because your dad is the president of the country. Maybe that is the thing they did for you, because you don't know anything about being a chief or commander-in-chief of the armed force of a country. You don't know. You have no idea what your position is. Because you are supposed to tell your dad, hey man, step aside. What you are doing is not right. You gotta tell your dad that, hey man, what you are doing is not right. This is not in the constitution. The constitution allows everyone to vote democratically. So what you are doing is not fair. You gotta tell your dad the right procedure for him to go through. Not you rather supporting him. Why are you supporting him? Supporting him that he's doing what? What is he doing for the nation? What is he doing for the people of Uganda? And you are there supporting him? You are there threatening the lives of innocent citizens because they are not in support with your dad? Oh, what at all is happening? What is happening? Now the US has also issued their warning to you that you should free what? Kiza, what at all is happening? You guys are house arresting Bobby Wine's cabinet members. Why all this? Why all this? No, like, Uganda is, the country right now is scary at the moment to pay a visit to. Everyone will be afraid to visit the country Uganda right now because there's no democracy. What is called democracy? There's none in Uganda at the moment. Why should it be so? Why should it be so? Africa is for the Africans, right? So why can't we live in our democratic way and do our right things? You guys said we have been colonized. Now that the country is on its own, and you have been colonized, and now you are decolonized, you are still infringing on your citizens' rights. You don't want them to talk about your regime, or say anything bad about your regime when you are not doing the right thing. Muhoozi, I don't even know how to say it because, like, at the moment your things are not going one way or the other right. Commander-in-chief of the armed force of Uganda, and you are doing this to your citizens. You are supporting your dad. So you gotta tell me, you gotta tell me that your dad is managing the country very well, right? Live the life of Bobby Wine and its cabinet alone. Free Bobby Wine alone. Free the wife alone. Let them have their peace of mind. If your country is autocracy, they tell us so that we should know that no one is supposed to stand for opposition. No one is supposed to. Let us know that you and your dad, you own the country forever.